Year was goody. Back with another one because you know Raider Nation needed another one. This is Raiders football, y'all. This is your Jers. This is the Raiders Sunday NightCap with my man Finale, and Finale's running a little late. He'll be here though. But we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of segments tonight. You know, we got the Just Kick It segment at the end of the night. So you know how we do. Been hearing a lot about camp. Actually been doing the work all day on our training camp and stuff. Um, Everything's still good. Everybody's still practicing at a high level, which you would want to hear and like. You know what I'm saying? So salute to the team, man. Excuse me. Salute to the team, man. Appreciate it, though. What's happening with y'all, though, man? We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. Shout out to people that's in the chat already. What it do, man? He said, "Your finale, salute." Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Unc. You know how we do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess I'm moving back up, man. 556 for the subs, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The people that did subscribe, appreciate you to the fullest. It helps the channel grow, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want to thank y'all, But we in the building, y'all. We definitely in the building. It was goody. How everybody doing today? How everybody doing today? Got my man J Ron bumping in the back. Shout out J Ron Stack Up. Shout out Stack Up. You know the whole gang, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Shout out to my team too, man. I don't shout my team out too much here, but shout out to the team, man. Gang Green, you know what it is, man. 150 gang, man. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Team Green, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the money men, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do, man. Man Green 150 in the building. But yeah, y'all, so a lot of things been transpiring. The guys came back from camp. Excellent. Came back from their little 1 day break on Saturday. Came back excellent. I really don't want to get into too much of the segments just yet because finale ain't here yet. So, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we got pressers today. We heard from Patrick Graham, Michael Mayer, Isaiah Palomal, Alex Kappa. We even heard from Tyree Wilson. So I got all them pressers for y'all tonight, man. I got all them pressers for y'all tonight. Who else? I don't want to forget nobody else. The Adam Hill and Vinny Bonsignor will be playing that also. So yeah, just getting their takes on stuff and you know what I mean, and seeing how they do stuff. So I think that's gonna be dope also. So y'all look out for that. Yes, sir. So but I'll run down what the segments are and stuff like that. You feel me? So there's a segment one. You probably gonna be like, "What? Huh? What's this?" Nah, I got the notes back with the notes. You feel me? So, segment one is going to be Genty struggling with playbook. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. So I think, yeah, we gonna go through all that stuff. Segment 2, JPJ, Adam Butler taking snaps with the twos. I wasn't really reading into that either. But we're gonna talk about it. Eric Stokes and Darian Butler took first team snaps with at corner. Um, One Dream was happening, cuz. What it do, brother? What it do, my guy? Segment 4 is Tommy Eichenberg taking snaps with the ones. Segment 5, we got the pressers. New Day 4 training camp pressers. Patrick Graham, Michael Mayer, Isaiah Palomino, Alex Kappa. Segment 6 will be on Tyree Wilson presser, how he's talking about moving to D tackle and playing more D tackle. Segment 7 is Gino in the offense has been cooking on day 4. So, and then the last but not least, just kick it segment had to bring that back. So, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Baby. I just waited on my bro finale to pop up. Um, he's a little bit busy, so. One Dream salute. Sacktown said. One Dream said, Sacktown, what's up, bro? I never can. Law Dog in the building. Raiders. It's fire. You know it. Appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We moving up, man. 556 on the subs, y'all. So sub them up. Like it up, stub it up. All that good stuff. You feel me? So. Bro said major. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Major, man. Major. We trying to make moves, man. Also, y'all watch out for the interview August 26th with the Violator. It's gonna be dope. Make sure y'all pull up, man. For real, man. Get y'all questions ready. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all comments ready. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. I will be on the Just Kick It segment, because I'm gonna tell them about the Just Kick It segment. So the Just Kick It segment, I will let people on for a few minutes at a time, probably like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all got anything, y'all better make it quick. Because as soon we got people that's probably gonna want to get on and talk to them and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna do it like that. So yeah, Violator interview on August 26th. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dope. It's definitely going to be dope. We're gonna be cooking. And the Violator got mad stories, so he gonna be cooking. You feel me? So y'all just tune in on that, man. I appreciate everybody for real. I'm really trying to stall. I'm trying to wait on bro. But I guess I can, because I really don't want to go back and do everything, but he knows. I sent him all the segments earlier today, so he's been cooking late all day today, so Matt, I'm gonna hit him up. Let's see. I'm gonna hit him up and let's see if he's ready. So I just hit him up to see if he's ready. Rick Paul in the building, my brother. He said Raiders. Sorry for the squeaky voice. I'm getting ready to call. But yeah, man. Stack Town in the building said Ray Paul salute. Yes, sir. So I guess I can, go into what we was talking about because he didn't hit me up yet, or he probably busy. So, um, so let's get into the Genty thing. Um, hold on, let me see if I can find it in the last joint. All right, here it is. So, segment one is, a lot of it's rumors, but it's been going around. It's just rumors because I know it's not true, and I'm gonna read it, and then you're gonna know that it's not true. Um, but they're saying that Genty is struggling with the playbook. That's what they're saying. Somebody took a little piece of what Genty said about the playbook and the difference between the playbook and the Boise's playbook in Las Vegas playbook. How it's much more detailed and all that other stuff. So somebody took that little bit of stuff and made a story on how, you know, somebody took that and ran with it and said, oh well, Genty don't know the playbook. He's struggling with the playbook, and it's not true. Man, I'm gonna read it and it's gonna tell you why it's not true. So it says the Las Vegas Raiders are turning, and this is from uh this is uh this is from Yahoo Sports, and I'm trying to figure out who wrote it. So Lorenzo J. Reyna is the one who wrote the column. So we just gonna get right into it, y'all. You feel me? So it says the Las Vegas Raiders are turning to 2025 NFL training camp to get Ashton Genty up to speed, more so on the playbook side of things. And it says the prize 2025 NFL draft first rounder got a taste of the new playbook he's absorbing during OTAs. Says OTA says Jetty is fueling hype even among Raiders teammates, but late July presents a different animal that Genty admitted he's adjusting to. He revealed to reporters Thursday what his biggest league adjustments is right now. It's the size of the Raiders playbook new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly has for him. Just how many plays and knowing the level of detail being even higher, Jetty said. so much so much more plays to remember. I'd say that's the main thing. So then it goes on to say, while Kelly has an NFL playbook, it's also been used collegiately. I don't know his previous coaching stops at Oregon, UCLA, and more recently Ohio State. The latter university watching 1,000-yard backs come out of Columbus via Kelly, Quinshon Judkins, and Trevion Henderson. Size point to the Boise State standout fitted nicely into Kelly's scheme, especially with breaking tackles as his primary strength. But still, Genty is diving into one area he's honing in on amid the excitement of his rookie season. Just the details and everything, single play. Genty explained getting to the right depth of routes, hitting the right aiming points on my running tracks, identifying the defense and pressure, being able to pick up pressures, the little things that make me a great all around back. Genty landed at number 6 with the intent of becoming the new bell cow. My guy,
What's
we got
goody?
brother in the building. State your name, gangster.
Same shit. What's good?
You know it, you know it, you know it, you know it. Finale stack up in the building, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we talked about.
Okay,
See, Law
okay,
Dog
okay.
talk
Hold
about the
on.
playbook.
Yeah. Hold on. Jeff. With all due respect, bro, I'm gonna have to say this, bro. With all due respect, my brother, and I mean this with all my heart, with all due respect, bro, you come in here and you always have some negative to say about whatever I'm doing, bro. I'm just this is the thing, and this is I don't know what the deal is, bro, but you gotta chill, cuz. You feel me? Like every time you come in here, bro, you got something negative to say about what I'm talking about, bro. Like if you ain't feeling what I'm talking about, bro, you ain't gotta be here, cuz. Point blank, period. So, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyways, moving right along, bro. My bad. Um, Gentry got the playbook easy. Yeah, we know. I'm just going over what this reporter said. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all it is, bro.
Mhm.
I'm just going over what the reporter said. You feel me? Uh,
What's good?
Law Dawg said, "Alley in the building, yes, sir." He said, "Jeff does the same thing with me." Yeah, we're not even gonna get it. I just wanted to state that out. You feel me, Jeff? I mean, you feel me, Paul? But anyways, so you read some of this shit already, right, bro?
Yeah.
Right. All right, so you kind of know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? So, all right, so where I was at, okay, so Genty landed at number 6 with the intent of becoming the new bell cow back for Pete Carroll. The former Seattle Seahawk head coach rode Marshawn Lynch to the Super Bowl title in 2013, then later turned to Zach Charbonnet before parting ways with the franchise. It says the Heisman Trophy finalists now will aim to improve the league's worst rushing attack from 2024 and rebuild it. This I was kind of confused with, bro, because I'm like, what? But maybe he's talking about next year. You know what I'm saying? And
Maybe.
and I don't I don't you know But the Heisman, he says the Heisman Trophy finalists will now aim to improve the league's worst rushing attack from 2024 and rebuild it with Sincere McCormick sharing the load with him. Expect Genty to, it says, except Genty is a lock to handle the bulk of the handoffs in Sin City. Now,
Does it
I,
got a date on the bottom of that? Like when it was published? Because they ain't say nothing about mustard.
right, that's what I was saying. That's why I'm like, let me see. It says,
Sincere McCormick new.
July
He ain't
24th,
second.
2025.
Oh, so that's
July,
all new.
yeah.
Yeah. He
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like I kind of get what he's saying. Like so far as like we wasn't really running the ball that good last year after Jacobs left, and then on top of that, it took a while to get Sincere McCormick in there to realize like he was doing do good, and he kind of got banged up.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, like I mean, I kind of get what he's saying, but at the same time, it's like the playbook shit kind of sound like bullshit to me.
Nah, facts. Like I was saying earlier, bro, all they did was take a little piece of what he said from that presser
Yeah,
and just
they're trying to
like,
blow up
man,
the
he
news.
don't,
That's all.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then like, oh, he don't know the playbook, like
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
shit.
I seen that shit on Facebook. I was talking to some boy. The boy was like, "Yeah, he's And they say he was Jamarcus Russell #2. I said, yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Hey,
Yeah, when you
I
sent me
was
the
like, you're
text, I'm
definitely
like,
tripping. I
what?
was like, it ain't even that serious, bro. I played running back for years. Like, if it's all that, you just gonna put him in to run the ball and then pull him out when it's a pass play. And you know what I mean?
On,
You could dumb it down for a running back. He ain't the quarterback.
on
Hit this
me,
hole, step this way, left or right to block. That's it. Like,
on
you
me,
keep it simple.
on me. And he 2.0 my head. I was looking at that shit. I was like, oh, damn, this nigga buggy, bro. Hell nah.
Right, that's the first thing I asked her. I said, so what's he not studying the playbook or something like that? He's like, what you mean? I was like, so Marcus Russell didn't look at the playbook. They sent this nigga home with a blank tape. I was like, did you study the tape? He was like, yeah, it was real interesting. Like, nigga, that shit was blank.
Yeah,
You
you
ain't
got
studied
everything I
shit.
want on there.
So I was like, yo, is Jetty not even like trying? They was like, no, 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 he trying, he trying. He just said it's more complicated. I was like, well, that's a difference, bro. That's not Jamarcus Russell 2.0 if he just thinks it's complicated. I was like, they ain't even passed this nigga the ball his senior year. I said, he got to
Fact.
learn pass plays, get his routes back in shape like he used to be a couple years back. I said, he's just doing more. That's all. That's what happens when you get the
Right.
big bucks. He'll be all
Exactly.
right.
It's one thing that um there's one thing that what's the name said to me that stood out. The violator. When I talked to him on the phone, it's something that he said to me that was he said, you're gonna see a lot of people that's really Raiders fans and people that's just Raiders fans. And that shit been sticking with me ever since that conversation I had with him, bro. That shit was crazy. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna see because you got that them the ones he talking about right there.
Mm-hmm.
You automatically hear something and you don't even look it up or don't even see if it's true or not. And you want to say this man is a Jamarcus 2.0. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I just screenshot that shit
Jamarcus
yesterday.
wouldn't
I
have,
was like, what the
to be
fuck?
honest, to keep it straight, you feel me? Jamarcus wouldn't have been Jamarcus if he had the right coaching staff. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. He still turned out to be shitty, so. And I really liked it him too. I was so fucking suit that year when we got him, bro, and it just pissed me off that he didn't even fucking want to. He didn't even sign the contract till the end of the fucking season, bro. It was like, bitch, you only played 2 games. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you was in them first 2 games. It wasn't like you was, bitch, came back a whole lineman. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, big as shit. I thought we should have kept Pryor back then, but
Man,
it's
what?
gone. Lost
Man,
time.
I could just imagine what he would, if you would have just to be able to develop him into a better
That's what I
quarterback.
was hoping.
Gosh.
Yeah, because his running was already crazy. And he
What?
liked to sling
First
it. He
play of
just
the
had to.
game? Who was that
Yeah,
on? Denver?
I
Or was it
think
the
so.
Browns? It was like Denver, one of them.
I think it was Denver. Going
Yeah.
direct for the Raiders. That's yeah. That boy is nice.
Yeah.
And he liked to sling it. He just had to. He wasn't polished. If
Nah,
I'd
he
have kept
wasn't. He
his
was,
ass. Mm-hmm.
but he would have developed into something nice as a quarterback. He did
I
play
thought.
receiver good though. I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
lie.
I remember he was on Cleveland playing receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yoshi said, "What's up, fam? What's happening, Yoshi?"
What's good, Yoshi?
But yeah, y'all. So that's what we got on that. I mean, you got anything else on that, bro? Shit,
Nah,
I know that was
it's just
beginning.
BS to stir the pot up a little bit. Like I said, the only thing I can really see that holds any weight with that is he's he's gonna do more than what he did
At
in Boise
Boise.
his senior
Yeah,
year. Yeah, like Boise, they was like, yeah, you genty. You only need about 6 plays. You gonna get
right.
200 yards this game. like,
That's
like,
it.
you
That's
know what I
it.
mean? They definitely keep it simple, stupid with him. Like we know, we give him the rock. You get a couple blocks out in front of him, he good. Like
Right.
he's in the Chip Kelly offense now. Like
If they, you ain't
shit
doing
gonna
this
be
shit,
intricate.
hell
Yeah,
yeah. If say you ain't doing, you gonna need more than just running niggas. Shit.
yeah. It's gonna be intricate now. He learning.
Hook you up, and you just gotta follow my lead
Mm-hmm.
on me. Shoot. But so segment 2, y'all. Segment 2. Um, JPJ, Adam Butler taking snaps with the twos, bro. What you think
Twos.
about that? It's nothing to look
I don't,
into. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I
Like
don't, I
it's
don't, I don't know what that is. I almost feel like that's like it's somebody on the twos on the line that they like, and they try to develop them faster. And the old saying, like steel sharpens steel. So you might have these twos, and you might have one of these linemen that's a two that you like, but he's with the other twos and he's shining too much over them other twos on the line. So let's
right.
put a couple starters in there so he kind of, you see how JPJ be saying, nah, like you got to pick this linebacker up when you do this. You got to do this when you. So then he kind of, you know, help him develop. I was like, the only thing I was thinking, because I was like, this nigga JPJ is not playing the fucking second string. I don't care if
No.
they say, oh, you ain't playing center no more. You got to go back to guard. Like, he's starting. So I don't, I think that's a help the other lineman that's not on the first team type of thing. That's the
So
captain of the lineman. Let me put you down here, help them
right.
develop. It's like having a coach on the line.
Well, you know who's playing the twos. You know who's playing with the ones. Meredith was at center the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
what Pete said was we're trying everybody out. Everybody's running with the ones.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying
Mm-hmm.
to see where people are at. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of reports in here. You know what I'm saying, on the next segment. You feel me? Like, I don't think it's really people want to be in panic mode so much. Like, oh
Solidify
no,
teams.
not JPJ. Why is he with the twos? It's like, calm down, nigga. Calm
Nah.
down. They're trying
Nah.
to see where everybody is at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna be doing that even when the pads is on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? This ties into segment 3. Eric Stokes and Darian Porter taking snaps at the ones, but we already knew that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they've been taking snaps since OTAs.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, Darian Porter
Nice.
did get beat by Brock Bowers on that play. That motherfucker was nice. Did you see
Yeah.
that shit,
Nah. Nah.
bro?
Who was he
This
covering?
nigga Gino was fucking threw a dot. When I mean a dot, nigga, he threw a dot to fucking goddamn Brock Bowers for a
Mm.
touchdown.
I know. I seen I was watching one Joe and they was like showing like tweets about it, and they were saying that Thornton and Porter is really battling it out like a lot. They said they hope they get to see them battle in practice for years to come.
Yeah,
So I guess they
yeah,
match up good.
yeah. But he got shitted on by Bowers though. Bowers like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to do this, son. Yo, me. Yo just said that was an
Still
awesome.
though,
My mama, that shit was fine.
he
Um,
always got to remember that's one of the top niggas in that position, if not the top.
right, exactly. Um, so, I think that's a good tandem though, bro. I really like. Look, people sleeping on Eric Stokes, bro. I think he gonna come back in form. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people gonna come back in the form and shit. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? So I like that little tandem right there. You feel me? I just don't know why he's not fucking with Corian. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna get buried in the depth chart. So
Nah,
that's
definitely
not.
not.
But yeah, I like to see what's up with him though. Segment 4. Tommy Eichenberg, bro. What you feel about him taking snaps with the ones? Now I don't know if he's playing the Leo or the Will. He's not playing the Mike, so I just don't know if he's at the Leo spot or the Will.
I don't think that's nothing.
But they trying to get him some work in too. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I think is Tommy Eichenberg just needs another year to develop, yo. Let him play against some of these veterans, behind some of these veterans, and let him get to work. You know what I'm saying? Um, like Amari Gaynor. Like I think he needs one more. Give him one more year. Like everybody wants him out on the field. Give him one more year to develop the correct way. You know what I'm saying? We let these guys develop the correct way instead of how they developed last year. Let them develop this year. Start all over. Develop this year, and
It
then
wasn't developing last year though.
that's what I'm
Last year
saying.
that was a panic. You can get in there and see what you could do because we ain't doing
Right.
shit. Like that's
It could be good, nigga. Shit, we taking you out.
uh-huh. Yeah, it's different.
So I'm
Um,
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, if they get a chance to develop correctly. Um, yeah, but the linebackers I can bring, I don't think that's nothing.
Nah.
You see, Pete already got his boy. He talking about going to play the weak side. So,
Oh, Jamal Adams. Yeah.
mm-hmm. So that's gonna be your weak. I don't see, I don't see none of them, the other linebackers at weak beating him out for the starting position. Just
Nah.
because even though everybody say he's lost a step, he's older. He lost a step for his safety. For a linebacker, when you look at the linebacking core, I think he's gonna be the best coverage linebacker we got. Like,
Yeah.
and he like to hit. So, like, I think he played that position fine. Like, that's a crazy transition. Now, I don't
And
think Eichenberg's playing the week. I don't
he
know.
just he
I don't
just
see him
gets some.
starting. I guess. Yeah. I maybe they're going to be like a heavy rotation with the linebacker core. I don't know, but I don't see him starting.
Right. Yo, it's crazy because and Jamal Adams asked to play linebacker. So anyone, it wasn't like Pete was like, Jamal, would you like to play linebacker? He's like,
Can't
hell
do
yeah.
this.
You know what I'm saying? He was
Mm-hmm.
like, Coach, I want to play linebacker. That motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
was like, shit, hell yeah, okay. Word. So, um, so we running through these segments, but it's all good. So, segment 5 is training camp. Day 4, new training camp presser with Patrick Graham, Michael Mayer, Isaiah Palomount, and Alex Kappa, y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna get into that. Let me look for it.
I
Listen
was kind of
closely to
happy that
Little Dirt.
Adam said he went to step down at linebacker though, because that gave Paul Mile that shot still at that safety. Because I was like, when we got him,
Yeah,
I was like, this nigga's starting somewhere. Like that's Pete's boy. I don't see him
not
sitting.
facts. Not facts. Let me see.
He looking for something right now. His stick. He probably don't see the screen.
Oh, what's good, Head Steak? What it do, my guy? Bro said you're with a shake like my nigga. You know how we doing it. You know how we doing it, bro.
Hmm. Playing that J Ron. I
You
ain't
know
talked to
that's
that nigga. Yeah, his birthday was yesterday.
oh, for real?
Hmm.
Damn. Man, I wish that nigga had happy G Day,
I
man.
think his girl's birthday today. They usually go to AC or something because their birthdays is back to back.
My word.
Mhm.
All right, so
What's good, his stick?
all right, shit. All right, here we go.
Morning. Welcome back. sure looks like Malcolm is moving like the Malcolm of old for you. And I know how much you care from him personally.
Can y'all hear it?
How happy are you for him?
Yeah, I can.
I'm excited for him to get a chance to get out there, get better. Glad he's back. His energy, both on the field and in the classroom, it's infectious. And the fact that he goes out there and he executes at a high level, it's always encouraging to see that. And it's a good example for the other players.
You just got a Jermaine pretty late in the offseason process. How has he done in terms of picking up what you want, and what can he bring to the defense?
Appreciate it. Hit stick.
He's done a great job. Been real diligent, finding extra time to meet, putting his, getting his eyes in the playbook and getting used to how we do things. Again, he's been playing with a good defense for a long time. He's done a lot of goals when he's at the other place, but so he knows football, so that's a positive. And I'm just happy to have another weapon out there on the field.
Rotated cornerback, OTAs. What are you seeing just from the competition?
The thing that stands out, they have a brotherhood, I would say. You see them hanging out in the cafeteria, downtime at practice, all working on their craft together. The thing that's encouraging, you see a lot of length out there and a lot of speed. It's a space game in this league, and the receivers just keep getting better. I wish LSU stopped having receivers. Maybe we would have less. They just have a whole bunch of receivers out there. But we got a good collective of a good group of fast, long guys. And then tomorrow we'll get to the physicality part in terms of teams going to be able to support the run, see if we get their hands on people and press. So I'm encouraged.
Along those lines, you guys did make a lot of changes. Not a lot, but changes at quarterback. But Cameron is guy that's been here. They got thrown in the fire a little bit. Cameron got thrown in the fire.
Dave, what's up, bro?
What about his progress so far?
Little Raider, what's happening?
For me, the best thing that could have happened, I just love the fact that, the room is competitive. There are a lot of good guys in there, and it's driving all of them to improve because you have you got to be ready to go. There's a lot of good players in that room, so not to single out Cam, but the thing about Cam, he works really hard. He corrects his mistakes, and he has all the tools. He's long, he's fast, he's physical. We'll evaluate that a little bit more tomorrow. But I'm just real pleased with the progress he's made from rookie year to now.
To rotate younger guys in and get them another taste of what it looks like maybe to run with the ones or even the twos.
They all got to get their experience out there on the field. The field, when we go out there to practice, and it would be funny if you guys just track the amount of time from the head coach to the coordinators to position coaches, the time they spend on trying to make every minute of practice, right? Because it's truly the most important thing we do. I love my PowerPoints and the presentations on the playbook and all that stuff like that, a little speech here and there, but none of that stuff really matters. It's all about practice. So being able to rotate those guys, Joe and Emrob doing a good job of rotating them, is priceless, and they need those reps out there. You need those reps.
Could you talk about Jonah Lalu, please?
Mm-hmm. Do you have just open? Oh, okay.
But what's happened? There's going to be a bigger roll-up.
See the smile on my face, Jonah. I just remember when he came for the local pro day, and he did a good job over there, the local pro day. And he got drafted by Indianapolis, got cut, we got him, and I just saw a raw player with a lot of the physical traits that you want at the position. And so when you have those traits, and then you combine that with the work ethic he has, and I would say the coaching he's getting from the position coaches, the coaching he's getting from the players, the examples like Max, like Adam Butler, he's trending the right way. He's still a young player. Not that matters. He's a technician. He's physical. He's smart. And he's accountable. A lot of the things we're looking for.
You see it running a lot of better linebackers like Devin and Lanny. Not only do those guys help the team, but how do you think they help the guys kind of like behind them, like a Tommy Eichenberg develop?
I think a big part for those young players to see examples of how to do it. Just like right now for me, I'm Pete's my example. I'm learning how to a different approach, and it's important to learn from the people that have done it before. So that's always a positive. You see their example. If you don't know something, you can ask a question. It's all applicable to me. If you look at me as a defensive coordinator. I could ask Pete. I could talk to Pete. It's the same type of progression, like the same process with the player.
Versatile guy like Jeremy Chin out there.
He's big, he's fast, he's physical, ball skills. It's wonderful to have him as a weapon out there. And then on top of that, the communication and him being able to communicate what he's seeing out there, not keeping it a secret, helping his fellow players out there. That's the more if we could be a noisy defense pre-snap and be a physical defense post-snap.
Ben, what it do, bro?
Trending in the right way.
You said what about Jamal Adams?
Yes.
He's only been there a couple days, but what have you thought?
I mean, it jumps out. Each year is different, but his track record: physical, fast, dynamic playmaker. We saw some plays out there on the field. We'll find out some more tomorrow when we get the pads on. Great communicator, good energy, and it's been a pleasure to work with him.
We've seen Tyree take reps inside in the past. It sounds like he might do a little bit more, try to. What does he bring in that versatility inside, outside? And what do we see from inside that might be beneficial?
So once you bring an athlete like Tyree down there, so Tyree's long, he's got quickness, he's got play strength, and when you bring that down, it's a different matchup for the guard. So that's the first thing looking at there. And then from there, just getting them the reps to develop a move, a counter move, counter move. You don't need a whole lot to start off. So get your go-to move and then have a counter off of it. So that's really what the process he's going through right now.
You feel like this is one of the more versatile games you had this year?
There are several positions that give us some flexibility in terms of being versatile with the scheme. It's not quite as versatile and complex as everybody makes it out to. I try to tell the guys all the time, I'm trying to keep it down to 5 things I'm asking you to do. Realistically, 5 things if you go through it, the process of it. So, but there's a lot of we got some really good football players that give me some pieces to move around on the chessboard and to play good defense.
So it's
just him continue to mature as a leader. More and more confident. The success he's had is building his confidence, and as a communicator, he's going to be a main part of that in the middle of the defense. One of the main people communicating. The position calls for it, but he has to take it to another level there with the communication, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
How much is you trying to embed that these first couple of weeks so it just becomes competitive or contagious as we reach
I'm sure Coach talked about it. It's relationship. We're in those relationship-based business. And so with those relationships that we build off the field, on the field, it makes it easier to communicate. Just right between the eyes, communication, whether something's right or wrong between the players, coaches, the players, players, the coaches. And then on the field, in order to play defense, there's a lot of grass we're out there defending. If we could communicate effectively, be a noisy defense and kind of cut down the variables by seeing a cut split, seeing where the quarterback is, if he's under or in the gun, and cut down the variables, that puts it back in our favor a little bit because they have a play called and we're reacting to the play.
In the transition from safety to linebacker with you guys, I don't know if you coached a guy that made that transition before, but what kind of goes into pulling that off?
Really, when you look at linebacker, safety, however you put it, just talk about just basic cover 3. If the safety's rotating in the box away from the nickel, he's no different than the will if you sent the rotation the other way. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities to the position. I've coached plenty of guys that have done that, and you see the trend throughout the league. There's dime packages. They're getting linebacker reps, so it's nothing foreign to him. Thank you.
All right. So, bro, Rose Town, what it do, bro? Sounds like Pat got what he wanted, and that motherfucker happy as hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
He can't wait to. Yeah, he can't wait till tomorrow. Put on the pads, boy, and see what he really can do. But
they're gonna get chippy.
Exactly. And it seems like he know what kind of guys he want out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody running with the ones just to see where everybody at. You feel me? But they, just to get everybody sharp still. You feel me? And this is the shit we wasn't doing last year.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't had Patrick doing this type shit with his defense.
No.
And it's new to him, and he's liking it and he's loving it. And that's the good thing. When your head coach, when your defensive coordinator or any coordinator likes the shit that they doing, bro, sky's the limit for the defense. You know what I'm saying? What you got on
it? Pretty much that he definitely shoot at what he got. You know what I mean? They high up on the safeties. The linebackers were Adam dropping down in there. I think it hit Stick had made a comment. He was saying it's going to be crazy the weak side blitzes you get off of Adams playing weak side linebacker. How quick he's going to get to the ball. Which as soon as he said that, I was letting the pressure go, so I didn't want to say nothing. But then I was thinking if weak side is with Max already going to be double covered. Yeah, I mean they doubling down blocking on Max. You send him on a blitz, that's a wrap. Like that's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
But for the pressure, he seemed like he finally got what he want. He touching base on a little bit of everything. They moving people around, first team, second team, to try to see how you fit when you playing against a one.
Right.
I don't know. He seemed like he happy. He happy with what he got. You can't, you know what I mean? That's what you want to see. Ain't a whole bunch of bullshit this year.
Right. Now Wilson, I think Wilson gonna be at Tyree gonna be at D tackle full time, bro. For real. Mm-hmm. Pete keep raving for him on that position, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's playing like fucking really good.
He said he put on some muscle. I saw one John is like he put on some weight, and then it's like it's all good weight. It's muscle. So
right.
Like, all right.
Right. And that's where they want him to be at. You feel me? Mm-hmm. We'll get into that because that's the next segment after this. Because he said something that's interesting. And I'm pointing it out during there when he talks about it. So you got anything else on this, bro?
No, go ahead.
All right, play this next one. I think this one is Isaiah Palomar.
Process of leadership role, being a big communicator out there. That's been a big word that he's used today. How have you seen the defense respond?
I think it's part of our job description as safeties. We have to communicate. With the quarterbacks and the defense, so it's on us basically to make sure everybody's on the same page. And if it's not, there's really only two people to look at, and that's safeties. So when stuff like that goes awry, it's on us. But I like that responsibility. It puts me in that leadership role, like you said. But I think it's on everybody in the room to really be in the playbook, understand what we're supposed to be doing, so we can understand how we're being attacked. How's the first? I think everybody did a great job on over this last break. I think everybody came back and hit the ground running. I think we're doing a really good job of just stacking days on this shit. It's hard. Everybody's always going to talk about, we're going to be in the playoffs, we're going to be Super Bowl, all that. But it takes one day at a time to do that. So I think we're doing a really good job of that.
You are actually taking, very vocal this camp, much more than I've ever seen you. It seems like yesterday you were the kid hoping to make the team. Now you're a leader. Are you able to appreciate how far you've come?
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about it all the time to some of the guys. Like, being undrafted, they're trying to get rid of you right on day one. So, you have to have that chip on your shoulder and that in the back of your mindset of, like, they're trying to get rid of me. I got to do something to separate myself. And I think understanding the playbook and kind of being put in that role of leadership, like I said, it's a lot of responsibility, but I accept it.
But if the guys aren't listening, you're just chatting. So how does it feel like you've earned their respect now that they listen to you?
Yeah, I think it comes down to just the confidence of just knowing what you're supposed to do and knowing your job. So, when you know what you're supposed to do and everybody else, they can look to you kind of just to get on the same page. So, kind of be on that.
whether it's Chin or Jamal or even down there like Jonah and Tyree, we've seen them all moving around a lot. Does it feel like this is one of the more versatile groups you guys have had defensively? And so, like, how does that impact you guys as a whole?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, whenever you have that much versatility, it's kind of scary as a defense. You don't know who's playing the will, you don't know who's playing safety, so it's a nice feeling to have that much versatility.
Shem Wells, you were so I think he's Carl Watson.
I mean, Pete Carroll, he's legendary, but him being in the league for so long, and he's been places where they do it right, so he's such a great teacher that he's able to show past players doing what it's supposed to look like. And he's showing us, Troy Polamalu's film of when he was in Pittsburgh, just him playing freely. And I think it comes down to the belief the coaches instill in us as players. So, when you're a player and you have a coach that believes in you, you can play free, you can play fast. So I think he does a great job of that.
What can Raider Nation Mexico can expect from these Raiders?
That I think you can expect a little bit of a nastiness to us, just trying to bring that back, bring the physicality of the Raiders back, so I think you could expect that.
Jamal Adams, he's a head safety coach in this Raiders organization. Have you talked to him about any tips, like how he's grown as a safety versus a linebacker?
He's a great player. I'll say that. He's such a great player, and he's made big plays and done it. So, just listening to him talk and listening to how he plays a certain technique and how he moves around, it's everything. So I think experience in this league is everything. So, and he has that.
A really huge year for you last year. Like, how are you trying to build off of that season, the last season, coming to this one?
Yeah, it's always what can you do now? Last season was great for me, but I'm on to this season. I'm ready to prove again what I can do.
How comfortable is it coming into this defense with all the coaching changes that you've experienced here at and Patrick Graham?
Changes are going to happen. It's you live and you learn. You learn from the past coaches, and you try to remember what they taught you. But having Pat Graham here is everything. He's a great coach. He's been getting better each and every year. Learning from his previous mistakes and getting better. So I think that shows on the tape that we're progressively getting better, and I think that's all we can do.
Shit, hell. When a player says a coach is getting better, that means something, bro.
That means he telling them to do more shit they like to do. That's all that means.
Exactly. And he listening. And that's the shit they need. You know what I'm saying? Palomar gonna cook this season, bro.
Yeah.
I just gotta say that. That nigga gonna cook this season. And I think Pete gonna get I keep saying it, bro. I don't mind sounding like a broken record, though. Pete is gonna put these guys in a position to succeed. Mm-hmm. Period, bro. You heard they saying it. They're telling us this. It ain't like they just saying it. This ain't like the previous years, bro, where they all say all these good things and it never transpires to the field, bro. Everything they saying, bro, is gonna transpire to the field. Because Pete Carroll gonna put it in their heads like, bro, y'all saying all the good shit, y'all saying all the right shit, but this is what the fuck y'all really need to do. It need to show on the field. If it don't show on the field, y'all niggas just talking. Mm-hmm. So and they see that. So now, shit. Look, Palomar don't know what he talking about, bro. And Palomar gonna watch. He gonna cook.
You heard what Patrick Graham said about him.
Yep.
He's a future leader of the team.
Yep. Go ahead, bro. You can cook.
Yeah, that's what I was really thinking. Like, you could tell Isaac ready to roll. But as like I was saying, Patrick Graham said, he's a future leader of the team. Like, he's already seeing the development in him. And he's going back and he's saying, the coach is saying, I see the development in him. But then the player's going back and saying, yeah, the coach is getting better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So right there, that means they clicking.
Exactly.
It's something that he's telling him to do the defense scheme now that he's like, oh, I get it now. You know, like
Right.
something's clicking.
Right. And you see what he said, right? He said he got us watching Troy Polamalu tape. And in my mind, I'm like, nigga, you've been watching that nigga tape since you was a kid. So I already know how you come, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? This shit is like old to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that was dope that he brought that up and shit. For real.
It was good, eh?
Professional E, my guy. What's happening, bro?
But yeah, that's good. It's like I don't know if I was saying it to you behind the scenes or if I said it on one of the last shows. You already know how it go down with the Raiders players with McNuggets. Let's all have a conference and let's see how everybody feel. Like, nigga, if you're
Right.
coaching a suspect, they gonna tell you. Like, yeah,
Right.
it's you. Like
Right.
right now
Motherfucker.
they saying the coach is getting better. Like
Right.
he was already good. I feel like he's getting better. Like that's what you need. It's not just camaraderie with the players. It's camaraderie as a whole team as a unit now.
Exactly.
All y'all know in the comments that play football. I know that we were saying that shit in midgets. It's all one heartbeat.
Yep. Thanks.
With your teammates and your coaches. Now they finally clicking with the coaches because I know the last few years
They were clicking, but they weren't clicking.
couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't
I
really.
know last year nobody could cook, nigga. Mark Davis couldn't even cook, goddamn, for real, for real. So I'm saying, so you know what I mean. With that being said, we need to figure out something better, and we did.
Was good, Chewy.
You know what I mean? The philosophy is different. You know what I'm saying? How you being talked to is different. You gonna hear what I ain't even gonna get into what Michael Mayer says. Michael Mayer goes last, but I think it was dope what he said. We're gonna get into that. But yeah, bro, that's all you got anything else on Palma?
Nah, go ahead.
Chat, y'all
Was
got
good, Chewy.
anything on Palma?
He said, y'all got
All
anything
right.
else to say about Isaac?
Chewy, what's happening, my brother? Appreciate you pulling up, cuz. All right, so let's get it.
Alex, have you told Gino
This is Alex
about
Kappa,
your
y'all.
sword and what you're hoping for Christmas?
Yeah, we got a long time before Christmas. I really like my sword, though. That's a very cool gift. I'm sure Gino will take care of us, but we're still building our relationship. You know, it's still early on, so too early to ask for that.
Did you watch quarterback?
I have not watched it. I've seen some clips, but I didn't watch it.
For you, talk about getting this offense, and I know it's an adjustment, but you're a veteran. It's not like you don't know what you're doing. How do you feel like the team's grasping this new offense?
Really good. It's just when it's new for everyone, there's a lot of details to lock down. There's a lot of different scenarios, different fronts on every play, so you got to discuss every detail. So that stuff arises during camp, and we got a lot of that work during OTAs too. So it's definitely been a lot smoother in camp because everyone has an understanding already from OTAs.
I noticed something in OTAs, mini camp, and in this training camp that surprised me a little bit. You're competing with those young insiders guys every day, but you're coaching them, you're leading them, and that's part of the reason they wanted you was that leadership. Would you talk about that dichotomy of you're a leader, but yeah, I'm still competing with the guys I'm trying to help?
Yeah, if you can't compete, then you don't belong out here. So everybody's got to compete.
His stick, I love you, bro, but you gotta rewrite that shit.
That's the best guy.
Nigga said Isaiah Palmer about to eat the box.
With the young guys is what I like the most. I love passing along what I've learned. Trying to help them get good young players on the O-line. And it's been cool seeing them grow already. It really is my favorite.
Eddie got the strap.
Defense. All the time. How excited are you as an offensive lineman just to be able to get the pads on and smack them in the face a little bit?
Yeah.
There's going to be smacking both ways. You know, it's not a one-way deal. So it'll be good tomorrow. It'll be competitive. That's when it becomes a little more realistic. But, I mean, it's good work. I'm a firm believer you can get good work in no pads, in pads, and really any combination you can get good work. And I think we have been. But yeah, it'll turn up a little bit tomorrow.
There's been a lot of rotation, kind of like in that interior line. You kind of have Jordan in there a lot. You have JPJ kind of getting reps, everybody kind of doing that. What have you noticed in terms of the rotation of kind of people being able to benefit from being with the first team versus second team and that not really kind of mattering?
Yeah, it's just communication. So if you got a different guy in there, you got to make sure you're talking. Somebody you maybe haven't gotten as many reps yet. It's just talking, making sure you're on the same page. And then for me, because I'm new, that's really everybody. Everybody, even DJ, who I've been working with all the time, we still got to talk and make sure we're on the same page for everything. So that really is the key when you got moving parts.
You really like what you've kind of seen from Jordan so far. Obviously, he was like kind of a starting guard last year, kind of still trying to rotate around, find a fit. What do you like from him so far?
From Jordan specifically?
Yeah.
He's a good player. He communicates and he plays hard, man. He's a good athlete, really strong. And we're always talking too. We come off to the sideline and we're talking about the previous play. And I like the guys that are engaged like that you can really discuss and make sure you're seeing things the same way. Something tells me he could get in a little tussle. But he is a nice guy for sure. But something tells me he's in there.
It's a lot of guys that are carried on the line. You're kind of excited to talk a lot about offense line coaching and how important that is. I guess, what is that process? Fitting yourself into Styack?
Yeah, there definitely is that element, but it's also a new offense. So even for the guys that are here, we're still learning it together. And I'm just trying to fit in, learn the culture, learn how to work with everybody. It's a great room. They're very welcoming, and they want to learn, they want to teach. So we're helping each other, and we're getting better.
Talk about learning a new scheme. When you think about Chip Kelly, what he's trying to implement, what are some non-negotiables from the offensive line that it requires of you to really make his scheme work?
That's a good question.
Well, answer it,
I
nigga.
would say first is being on the same page. If we're all working together, that's the key for any offensive line. And then play fast and play physical, I would say. It's an offense that you get to play fast. And then the central theme of the program is compete. So that's every position, but I think it's really exemplified at the O-line. If you're not competing, you're going to struggle.
When you see Gino, Ashton, Ginty, the two tight end sets, how explosive can
Fuck is this?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's just our job to help them and put them in good positions. It's obvious we have weapons on offense, so if we can compete up front and give them a chance, Gino does a great job of leading us. So.
This is Raider Nation Mexico. What can Mexico expect from these Raiders?
That's a great question. I feel like Mexico's always supported the Raiders, right? I mean, it's in the blood, it's in the culture, so that's not going to change. And they like that we compete. They like that we're physical.
Yours.
Yes, sir.
Alex, in your experience, you talked about getting good work pads or no pads, but pads go on, football players get to do.
You better have answered that right there.
With
Crucified his
what
ass.
is that difference in terms of intensity, ramp up, especially that first day?
Well, the first day, people's energy is just a bit higher. You see it out there. We're competing already, so the difference is you're wearing pads, so the hits are a little more physical. You feel them on both sides more. It's a little more realistic in terms of the leverage you have to play with in order to maintain your ground and gain ground. And yeah.
So give you a better indicator of where the offensive line is in totality?
I think so, yeah, but I mean, like I said, I'm a believer that you can get good work and you can
He
see.
said that nigga was that. He said he
well,
called that nigga El Capitan, bro.
In terms of snap count, you've been super reliable. How have you been able to just
Hold
keep
up.
that
You gotta chill,
consistently
Zach.
throughout your career?
Number of snaps, you're saying. Number of snaps. Knock on wood. First of all, knock on wood.
Okay, Groove.
There's some genetics involved. And then it's just preparing the right way. I'm a firm believer in the best things you can do is eat, sleep, and train. Everything else is good, but those are really the key things that I've always driven my career, and I really learned that in college. I had a great strength coach. His name was Drew Peterson at Humboldt State, and he really taught me those basics so it would prepare you for the physicality, and so I've really leaned on that my whole career.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
So that was Alex Kappa, y'all. What y'all think? What you think, bro? I think you're going look. I think this is a new. Oh, I asked you what you think, and I started going. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, son.
Nah, I had like when they asked him about switching in with the ones and the twos because everybody's been asking not just for him but with JPJ trying to figure out what they were doing, and he even said he was like a lot of that just communication, so we could see how different people communicate on the line. He's like
Right,
they talk different, they got different terminologies. Somebody else is probably going to want to pick up this guy instead of that guy, but
right.
yeah, that kind of answered that, you know. It's more
What
like
we've
a
been talking about.
communication thing, yeah. So the coaches know,
Mhm.
you know, if somebody get hurt or something, you gotta get put in. That's what I was kind of thinking when they first said, "Oh, JPJ's snapping with second." I'm like, if he's starting at center and he calling everything on the line, if somebody gets hurt and then one of them second teams got to come in, they got to be
Mhm.
used to like his lingo.
Yeah, the
But he
terminology.
answered that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, Cap will cook. I guarantee you. Cap will, Cap will gonna. Nah, I don't know. I ain't gonna put that. I'm not even. Stop fucking around. I ain't even sure. You know. I'm just hoping. You know, they put him in the first team, so I'm just hoping. But he said AJ low key about to pop off out the backfield as a receiver. If the
They say he
defense,
was good at it a couple years back.
they say if the defense play 8 man in the box, G Smitty about to go to work with the play action. It's about to be real.
Mm-hmm.
Bet, nah, facts. But you gotta think of Alex. I mean, I, look, he I just want him to be better. That's all I don't give a fuck. I just want him to. If he's starting, I want him to be a really good guard for us.
Yeah, I was
No,
about to say it depends who's starting. You know,
because
it is
I'm
what it
gonna
is.
tell you right now, Caleb Rogers already putting the pause on niggas and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
he already know. He already showing that he motherfucking scrappy and feisty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so um, he better watch out, cause shit. You feel me?
Facts.
Nigga take that damn spot from him if he don't act up. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. If them ones going there first preseason and that nigga almost give up a sack, his ass out of there. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
definitely
like,
him.
oh hell nah, nigga, we can't have. Hey Caleb, hey, get your helmet on, nigga. You getting
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, of course.
show. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Caleb Rogers is more versatile than Grant is because I think Grant only played tackle.
Tackle.
Caleb Rogers played guard and tackle. So, but they
He get
are
raised too, but I just think he better than him, so they got to keep him at his spot now.
right. But Grant is really athletic though. That nigga is he's athletic as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all I got on Cap. But what about you, bro? You good on Cap?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. The line. The only thing I'm looking at the line now. They doing these ones and twos. I'm wondering what happened to your boy. Switch this nigga to defense to offense, then he just fell off the face of the earth. I ain't heard nothing.
Who, Lucky Tazi?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they talked about him the other day.
All
Yeah.
right.
He what's the name talked about him actually? Uh Cole Miller.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I
play
have to
that
look
for
it
you.
up.
We'll play it too. Just because I don't know if you've seen it. If you didn't see, I don't think you've seen it. If you say, all right, yeah, we'll play it. We can play that. Matter of fact, we'll play the Tyree presser and then we'll play the Cole Miller presser.
No.
This the last player, and this is Michael Mayer.
Son, I love you, but it's time you give up these silly little kid games and go into the real world like a real
It's
adult.
time for you to let me skip.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get it, y'all. Michael Mayer up next.
The culture's been great. The positivity, the uplifting, the teaching has come from a place of love, a place of this is what we need you to do. This is kind of where we're taking things, and it's all about relationships. Also, you know, I got Styack in the tight end room just like I had last year. He's awesome. He's great. But in terms of relationship based, starting with me, starting with Styack, and then all the way down, even defensive coaches. You know, I'm talking to defensive coaches, eating breakfast with them, hanging out, talking about where I'm from, stuff like that. And, you know, some of that stuff you just didn't really have before. So I'm really excited about that. There's a lot of just great team camaraderie, team community. And I think that's the first step in kind of winning games. It really is. You got to be together. You know, you got to be on the same page all the time. You got to be eating breakfast, talking together. You got to be in the meetings all day together. Like, you have to talk. You have to communicate. And it's not really my way or the highway. You know, that's not what we're doing here. We want to win games, and that we're trying to do kind of the best way possible. What's the best way we can do this? Not this is the way it's going to be. What's the best way to win games, to score points, and help our team?
Said, you know, congratulate you on a great offseason. He said it kind of started with just a conversation that you had with you. And how important was that just for the head coach you guys to sit down and kind of get better?
Very important. Very important. Yeah, that was like an hour and a half long conversation. It was great. And I think I just needed to get, you know, a little bit of piece perspective of what he was trying to do when he came in here, what type of person he was, what type of coach he is. And I've been, man, he's awesome. He's awesome. I can't get enough of him. I want to listen to him talk and give motivational speeches all damn day long. And he's really good at it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly where he wants to take us, and he's taking us there. He's our captain. He's our leader. We're really excited about having him here.
Mike, looks like the 2 tight end set is going to be an important weapon for the Reds.
No doubt. Yeah. You know, I honestly, I wish we could do a little bit of that like we did last year, and we're going to do it. You know, we've had a great spring, like he said, in the first 3-4 days of camp. We've done good stuff, and you know, we're still adding some stuff into the offense. So there's going to be a lot more 12 plays coming in. But me and Brock were very excited about that. Ian Thomas, very excited about that. Got a lot of great tight ends in that tight end room. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And why wouldn't we use them? You know, we can block, we can run, we can catch, we can make people miss, things like that. So we're excited about that in the tight end room.
How about the chemistry?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that started, you know, when I got here and whatever that was, end of March or beginning of April, just throwing. Man, that's what it comes to. You're just throwing, trying to gain as much experience and kind of let him how I know I run my routes, how my body works, how I get out of my routes, things like that. And, yeah, we've got 3, 4, 5 months of that in, and, you know, same with Brock and Gino. You know, we have a really good connection, and we're really excited about what we can do for this offense.
Michael, this is in no way saying that you haven't been. It looks like you're at a different level of shape this year. Am I completely wrong, or am I seeing it right?
I think you're right. I think this is the best I've felt in my 2.5, 3 years in the NFL, no doubt about it. And I think that comes with mentally and emotionally being where you want to be, because your body's not going to be where you want to be if your mental is not where it's meant to be. And, you know, my mental and my emotional it's the best it's been also. So it's a connection of all three, and the physical also. And, you know, AJ Nigel, the strength coach, he's done a great job with me this off season, and I did a great job with myself when I was home for the 3, 4, 5 weeks this break. And I'm just really excited to keep getting better, man. It's day by day, step by step. I'm working on all my routes out there. There's still a million things that I need to get better at in terms of the blocking game, hands inside, keep my feet moving, stuff like that. So, you know, it's wake up every day. What can I get better at today? And then take it day by day.
When you talk to any of the coaches or anybody who's had a good offseason, like, you're one of the first guys they always mention. Have you paid attention to that? What does it mean to you to kind of hear that? I know you talked about mental and emotional. Like, how much
he's gonna be on there too. He's gonna get some.
I think it's coming into the offseason in general. I think I had a lot of confidence in myself, and I think, you know, you say no matter what anybody says about me, I know what I can do. I know what I'm going to do, and I came in. I feel like I had a great spring. So even hearing that, it kind of seconds it a little bit, which is great. At the end of the day, it's in here. It's for me. It's in here. It really doesn't matter what any coach is saying, what any media person is saying. It's what I have to do to get myself prepared to play football and to be the best of my ability, physically, emotionally, and mentally. That's what it comes down to.
You kind of talk about the mental aspect of the game and how much that's important. You have a coach like Peter who's coming in. He's been very adamant about making sure that he takes care of the person over the player. How much does that mean to you in terms of just helping you mentally, and also how's that relationship going with that?
Oh, he's awesome. He's very relationship based, which is definitely something that I enjoy in a head coach. I want to walk past the head coach in the hall and say what up and say how was your night and stuff like that. I want to smile. I want to laugh with him. I want to joke with him. And that's somebody you want to win games for. That's somebody I'm going to put my body on the line for every single day when I get out there. And I got nothing but positive things to say about him. I'm just so excited to get started with him. We're 4 days in, got a long way to go, but man, I just know he's going to be with us for the ride. He's in it with us. We're in this together. He's not a head coach team. We're in this together. We're just one team, and I'm really excited to just get going.
Talk about being where you want to be.
Second time we heard one team.
How much of that is a process? Like, you don't just get there, you have to work to stay there. How much is that process are you going through?
Yeah, I'd say it's been a process since the last year when I took those games off. It started then. And from then, I haven't stopped, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And it's one of those things where you can't just say, okay, I'm feeling better. I'm going to stop trying on all this stuff, and then I'm going to go right back down to the dumps or wherever, So it's always a process, and I think for the rest of my NFL career, I'm probably going to just be process. That's just the way it's going to be for me, my mind, and my body, and that's okay. I can do that. I can handle that, and I'm ready for it. And yeah.
You feel people that check on you, and does it get too much? All right, guys, it's are you okay? You okay?
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, my mom does that just about every day, but no, in terms of in the building, you mean? Yeah, no. Everybody knows I'm good. Everybody knows where I need to be. I'm talking to the people that I need to talk to, and I walk in the building with a smile, ready to work, and if there's anything I ever need, I got the people I need to talk to, got the people that I can go see or anything like that. So, yeah, the Raiders organization as a whole has been very, very good to me. I'm so blessed and so grateful to have them.
Not trying to put anybody down. You've played with so hard since you've been here, but Geno Smith as a quarterback, what makes it different compared to any other quarterback you've had so far?
Yeah, his accuracy. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. I think people know that. And I think he's mobile, too. He can get out of the pocket. One of the big things we do is scramble drill. He's a really big scrambler, So once he gets out of the pocket, it's really about getting open. Get the heck open, and he finds you, man. He finds the open receiver, and he just puts it exactly where you want it.
Right.
Good. Cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah.
So, I gotta say this. Let me go first because I got to say this shit. I think this nigga had a mental breakdown because of the coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really think. They're not gonna say it, but that's what I really think. The fact that he had to deal with Josh McDaniels BS, right? Then turn around, right, and get some type of fake love, I guess, to Antonio Pierce because he was spilling the beans. If you hear it, if you really read between the lines and listen, you know what I'm saying. And I think that drew him over the edge, and they had to calm him down. They told him to take a few weeks off, so he started, doing the therapy thing and all that other stuff. Because you heard him say he talking to some people. So, he does therapy. And I think that's what it is because he says, I want to be able to talk to my coach, laugh with him, joke with him. You know what I'm saying? Ask him how his night was or his morning. You know what I'm saying? We now know that Antonio Pierce probably wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Put on that persona in front of the cameras, but behind the cameras, he wasn't really like that.
He might have been like that with the defense. He had his favorites.
Right.
He ain't really fuck with the offense like that.
Right. Talking about he was in the offensive line. I can guarantee you he was in the offensive line room. Nigga, I can guarantee you wasn't in the offensive line room not once. The way he was shuffling them niggas like a deck of cards, goddamn shit.
Yeah. I think he gonna be all right.
Nah, I think he's fine, yo. He's good now. Pete Carroll got all that bullshit taken care of. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? That's why he said the Raiders did a lot for him, and he's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So
You got that, and then you also got I don't care. Nobody says if you starting on a team and you're not starting on a team and you're starting on a team is mediocre. You're starting on a team. They're like, damn, like this, you got a future. Like you're good. Blah 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 blah. You go through a
right,
couple bum ass coaches, and then somebody comes in and takes your spot that's younger than you. Like that would fuck with you mentally. Like you know what I mean. You're not
you
just
get
talking about
drafted quicker.
playing the game that you love. That I'm not getting the PT that I want. You're also taking possible food out my kid's mouth now.
Yep,
So yeah, it's supposed to fuck with you a little bit. It's just how you play it after that. Like you're gonna
yep,
brace up and you're gonna keep going. But then another thing I'm looking at with his mental that I noticed he says a lot. He was talking about it's important to have breakfast and everything with your teammates. Like as he
yeah,
was saying that, I'm thinking the one heartbeat. Like I said, like you need
yep,
that camaraderie in the
yep,
locker room with your coaches and everything. But to me, I think with him, it's a little bit deeper.
yeah, most
You know
definitely.
what I mean? He was probably star on his team all the time, and everybody kind of like looked up to him and flocked to him. He ain't got that right now,
Right.
so he's missing that camaraderie he used to have with his teammates when he was the man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So certain
Yeah,
people
he
for
cook it.
football,
Let him
it's a
cook.
different thing.
Let this motherfucker cook. Goddamn, got fed his ass off. Goddamn, let him cook.
Certain for football, most of y'all I know probably played football in here. Y'all not just fans. Y'all played midgets. Y'all played high school. Y'all played college. Y'all played semi-pro. Y'all played something. For everybody, it's a different thing.
Right.
And you hear a lot of people say it's about that camaraderie, like they ain't have it at home or something like that. And the motherfucking players is their brothers and all that kind of shit. It's different for everybody. But for to me, just listening to him, that's him. He needs that camaraderie. And I think the more camaraderie he gets, probably the better he's gonna play.
Right.
Because certain people, if they're not getting what they want out of it, it's not fun to you no more, and you're not playing at your highest level anymore.
Right.
But I think he's gonna be all right.
Nah, facts.
On the flip side of that, what I was thinking was going to be crazy with Chip Kelly and his offense. I'm thinking when you go double tight end, if they run RPOs out of that shit, because you
Right.
could run an RPO out of a double tight end, and it don't matter which one is blocking. You have Bowers blocking the RPOs to the right, fake to Genty, or give to Genty if the block is there. Whoever keys over that linebacker over top of that tight end, and they have the
Right.
other tight end run either a slant or a out. Like
Right.
nobody's fucking with them. Plus, whoever you got on the outside. All you
Nah.
gotta really do is run a slant and an out all the time with an RPO in there, and they're not gonna be able to stop that. That's
Nah.
crazy.
Yeah. And we don't even know how good Gino is with the RPOs. He may be elite.
Yeah, especially on a little short. I'm thinking like little short third down dink and don'ts run the RPO. If the linebacker bites down on the outside, so you kick him out, let Genty run off tackle,
Yeah.
and then if the linebacker sits, so his motherfucker might not get picked up, then you just either throw that little out or slant. Like that's crazy. And
Right.
then just your receivers. Myers not going to drop it, and I don't know who they're going to have over there on the other side.
Right.
Best going to try to beast mode
I
somebody.
think it's going to be
Galvatron going to outrun you.
I
Tucker
think
going
it's
to outrun you. Yeah.
not facts. I think it's Dante Thornton because
Then he going to be the number 2?
yeah, because it says Dante, it says Jacoby Myers, then it says Trey Tucker, and then Dante Thornton.
Mm.
Even so, as the starter, so that middle guy is the slot guy, so that's Trey
Yeah.
Tucker, and he's going
Yeah.
to cook. You want to know why? And I'm not saying he's Jeremiah Smith, but this nigga, Jeremiah Smith had 1,300 yards, bro, and he played majority in the slot. He
What's
played in the
good,
outside,
Brandon?
in the slot, bro. That's one thing I noticed about Chip Kelly. The slot gonna eat. I mean, them other two on the outside gonna eat, but the slot gonna eat.
Yeah.
You feel me? So,
yep.
And the running backs is going to eat because he produced 2,000 yard backs in one season.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine if fucking and can we agree? Genty and Mustard is better than the Junkins in Henderson.
Yeah.
So we got better tight end. I don't know about better receivers. I think Jeremiah Smith better than every receiver we have. I'm just saying, yo, that nigga is different, bro. That nigga is different, nigga. 6'3", 216, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga run a 4.443. The nigga had 76 receptions. Freshman year, 76 receptions, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't mean to get off track, my bad. So segment 6 is the Tyree presser, and we're gonna throw in the Colt Miller presser for my man Finale since he didn't get to see it. So I just got to there right now. And let's see who plays. Bless you.
I hope you sounded good because I think he's starting.
Who?
Tyree Wilson.
Mm-mm. He's not gonna start. They got they got Joe to play. So Joe was in there for the first maybe 2 downs. On the run plays. The pass plays is when Tyree Wilson gets in there. So yeah. This is doing the same shit he was doing yesterday. Hey. Say no. He's a get it year.
Get it.
That my shit, man.
You know, just trying to be versatile, and just be able to rush wherever the team needs me. You know, that's been my focus in the OTAs and my focus now. So you know, when the season comes, it ain't no blinking, no matter what happens.
What changes for you?
Man, it's a whole different ball game because the guards on you quick, and plus you in the inside, so you making the rush right for the ends. You can't just rush selfishly and hit any move and be 3-by-1 and on the rush, and then the quarterback gets out. It's no point.
Dude, if you're really inside board, your body seems perfect for the outside, so you have to put more weight on it and get bigger. Like, how does that work?
Man, I'm at the weight they want me at, so I gotta be able to rush wherever they need me at the weight I am.
Is that the same as last year?
Yeah, same as last year.
How do you enjoy moving around and just getting to show off your athleticism?
Man, I love it. I get to work with guys in different positions, and help the rush go, and be able to stop the run, so we get to that third down.
Yeah.
Your first year.
This nigga say one more time, bro. I swear.
Last year was he's finally healthy. Now Pete's talking about high expectations for you. Do you like those expectations?
Man, the expectations been there since day one.
Go say no. He got high expectations for you. You like them expectations. What are you supposed to say?
It's just going to work day by day. We put on the pads tomorrow, so the real ball haven't happened yet.
It's like year 3.
Yeah.
Good luck right now.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned your pace time.
Yeah.
You feel like going into year 3, you're as equipped as you possibly can.
Man, I ain't gonna say I'm there yet, but I feel like I'm way more advanced than I was, in year 1 and year 2, and I'm gonna continue to grow each and every day out here, and then keep growing into the season.
Last year down the stretch, you see that you were playing by far your best football. Did you feel that way? And I guess what did that do for you mentally to know that you can do it at that level?
Man, really, just I say, after that bye week, went home and kind of gathered my thoughts and I watched the tape and I wasn't there what I want to be. I was like, leave it out on the field and every day, every week it kept growing and I'm trying to lead to this year and just push the boys around me and then get pushed also and just be there whenever they need me.
I know you can do that, but what does it do to see it on film and know like I definitely can do it?
Man, I knew I could do it, but going out there, I feel like it started practice. Being able to do it in practice builds confidence to do it on Sundays, and then when you do it on Sundays, it's can you come back and do it the next week? And that's what the main thing is being a good player is being the consistency, and so being a each and every week. Man, like all y'all see, I'm rushing inside. It's a different ball game, I can be dominant there, but being more smarter to work with Max and work with the other guys to help them eat and make them right, and then also eat when I need to win my one-on-one.
All good, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Man, that was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Like that motherfucker, man. I'm telling you. Man, Tyree is going to eat this season, bro. I think he's finally figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And he's been working with. I know he's been working with Max. Sky's the limit for this guy, dog. For real. Like, I really think he's gonna eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
before he
said,
came on, I think he might start.
like he said, he said, I got to be able to set Max and them up, let them eat. And he said, then when it's my turn,
Beat my one-on-ones.
yeah. I think he's starting to get it. I think Pete like really sat down and like, look, bro, this is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Rewatch your film, this, that, and the third. Rewatch some other film. Take some shit from other people's games, throw it into your own, and see what you can do this offseason. You feel me? I think this shit. Yo, when I seen this earlier, I'm like, yo, this nigga finna cook. His contract season was 5th-year option season 2 for him. Because he trying to play for that 5th-year option. But I really think he can, and I want to say I want to agree with you though, bro. Like I in the back of my mind, I'm like he could start if he get a chance and he's the hot man. It's like keep him in there. You feel me? And Jonah can still eat. You feel me? Well, they all gonna eat. You know what I mean? Jonah can still eat.
Yeah, they're gonna rotate him.
Right. So we're gonna see preseason maybe. So
couple days.
G fan, what it do, bro? Appreciate you pulling up, but nah, that's facts. That's definitely facts. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm just saying, bro. This shit finna be. This defense finna be sneaky. Yo. People don't understand. Like people keep playing like this man Pete ain't turned, teams around. We already had the pieces. We just needed the coach.
Yep.
Not saying we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but it's sort of like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had the players. They just needed the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Gruden was that coach for them. You know what I'm saying? What's another team? Even though I don't like them, I'ma just say it. But Kansas City
Yeah.
had the players. They just needed the coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, there's another team that I want to like. All right, the Bears. See, these mad teams I can say, bro. You feel me? It's the
Yeah.
same. The Bears, they had the team, just needed a coach. The Lions,
That's why I was taking the Lions.
they were like half built, but just needed a coach to finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know
To
what I mean?
keep
It's man,
people.
exactly. The Giants, they got players, but they just need a coach and a quarterback. Now they got one.
Yeah, you got them.
Cool. So you feel me? Like the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? When Doug Peterson left,
Mm-hmm.
they needed a coach. Washington Commanders, another one, needed a coach. You feel me?
Coach of the QB.
I mean, shit. So that's why I be saying, like, I think niggas yeah, I'm telling you right now, when niggas step on that field with us, they better not play. Cause we run that SCO up, it's over. You feel me? Shit. On the real. All right, y'all. This is the next presser. This is the next presser. Colt Miller from my bro. And let's get it.
Back at it. It's great to see all the boys together. Guys took some time off to get back, take a break from OTAs, but coming back this week, they came back with purpose. It feels like we didn't skip a beat from OTAs. We've just really been on it. Offense, defense has been competing day after day, and it feels like, okay, is there going to be a drop off? No. Kind of just kept taking steps each day, and I thought we finished the kind of week off right today with before the break. We're excited. Pads are in two more days, so no, things are good.
Technically, one more day.
How much different is what Chip Kelly asked for his offensive alignment than maybe what other coaches have asked you?
Kind of go back to just being dynamic, because for as much as you can do as an offense, it kind of keeps the defense guessing. So I think just being dynamic, being able to do a little bit of everything is a huge pro, and we can execute it.
Everybody says this camp feels different, this staff feels different, like there's different energy. Like you say that every time that you go, every time that's every game. Like it's always it's different. It's different.
You don't see a big bowling ball taken right out to, or the coaches bringing the juice. Players are having fun. No, you do feel like when you step into the locker room and on the field, like it's contagious, and it's got to come. It's either from the coaches, the players, but we're all bringing it along. And it's still early, but you definitely can feel it for sure.
I guess how does that kind of manifest? Like when they a certain tone, like it just carries over. So the locker room feels different, but all the camaraderie is different. But I guess how does that kind of show itself?
Yeah, I think it shows itself in the locker room for one. Guys hanging out and have all this time. We're spending 12, 13 hours here, and we're having lunch together. Even when we take our lunches or we can go back home, we're all hanging out, talking to each other, shooting the stuff. So no, it's been cool. And of course, we have a lot more to go, but it's been good so far.
Got a couple more kids in there in the room this year. How are they kind of adjusting to life in the NFL?
Good. I think all the young guys have been much real well. Been lucky from not playing any football to trying to pick up something each day. It's been pretty cool. He came back from Australia. And he's like, you ever think, like, what's your family think? Like, you ever figure you're not a snap of football? And, yo, Lucky. Yeah.
What I guess I mean, I didn't thought about that. What have you seen out of understanding?
It's a lot in general with the new offense. So he's just trying to pick up his bits as he can. But he's doing great. The rest of the young guys are doing real well. They also took a step, and the important part now is to kind of keep working your technique, because when the pads come on, like, that's kind of the test for the rookies. Like, okay, what do you got? Now we got a bit more bull rush. You get a little bit more stuff. So that'll be exciting to see. But so far, they've been doing real well.
Yeah, like yesterday, today, you guys are the biggest stories in football world. Everybody's talking about the Raiders. Everybody's talking about what happened yesterday. How do you guys do you pay attention? Do you compartmentalize, like discuss, and then move on? Like, guys, how do you deal with something like that when it happens?
There's I think in that scenario, I think just letting the obviously staff handle it, but we don't really have control of that. It sucks, But,
both of y'all.
But the best you can do is just move on. Just stay focused, because we have a lot of work to put in, and we don't have time to think about those things. So, but it's tough. But you got to take your best foot forward. Yep.
So, bro, what you think?
Pay the man. That's what the fuck I think. They got paid. That's crazy. I mean, hopefully the line, that's the Achilles heel right now.
Right.
Gotta see how they do. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, and I think
he played it because I mentioned Laki Tashi. I it's good to see that he's still picking up. But I was just wondering where he was. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You moved me from one side of the ball to the other, but you don't hear nothing about him. So,
right.
But then keep on developing. But yeah, it's about this line, bro. Stars can't be stars if they ain't got no time.
Exactly. And I think Colton gonna get back to Colton now. You know what I'm saying? Colton gonna get back to Colton now. You know what I'm saying? He's healthy. He's laughable. I ain't heard that motherfucker laugh not once. You know what I'm saying? He's enjoying himself and all of this, and he's still coming to camp during a contract dispute. You feel me? So you see the willingness to, want to help this team still, even though they owe you. They need to pay you. You feel me? So I think that's dope on his part. Also, now that I caught it and I keep catching it, yo, that shit's just funny to me. That motherfucker say he's picking up his bits and pieces. Mm-hmm. That shit cracks me out every time I hear that shit, bro. But yeah, man. I think the building blocks is Colton, JPJ, and DJ right now.
Yep.
I can't put Alex Kappa in that mix right now because I don't know. Caleb Rogers is looking pretty decent. He bumping with Adam Butler and shit. So yeah.
Go and see what happens when they put the pads on.
Exactly. We'll see. Let me see. So segment 7 is Gino in the offense has been cooking on day 4, y'all. So let me just say that the offense had a field day. I think they said Gino threw 2 touchdowns to. I think he threw 3 touchdowns. Really, he threw 2 to Trey Tucker and one that's surfacing right now to Brock Bowers. Aiden O'Connell also threw 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
So defense took a little back, but that's a learning curve. You feel me? But it's good to see that the offense is, because we've been hearing they've been getting their ass whooped.
Yeah. I
Quite.
wasn't even thinking that as a learning curve. I was thinking of that as that's how you want a good team to be. You want that shit to go back and forth. You don't want to be like, yeah, every day the defense whooping the offense's ass. Because then when you think, you be like, shit, like, what's the offense going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you want it to rock back and forth.
Exactly.
They're both getting better.
Nah, definitely. That's definitely a fact, bro. Gino gonna be Gino, man. He gonna do his thing. I can't watch. He here to show niggas, man. And he did get a little brolic too off the last presser we seen and shit. That motherfucker got a little build to him. So
yeah,
he ain't little Gino no more. Nigga. He probably punching your shit, bro. Just fucking around. But yeah. So what I mean. I think, yeah, man. I think he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like this offense is gonna be solid, bro. Like, what I mean? We can just look. It's still early in camp, so we can always improve. We still got another week, 2 weeks, or a week to go to our first game. So
week for us, yeah.
Yeah. So
couple days for the Thursday players.
Right. So we just gotta see and wait and see what happens, y'all. You feel me? So I wanted to add a segment in there, right? Because I want you guys to hear what Adam Hill and Vinny Bonsignore be saying and shit about the camp and their rundowns and stuff, and we can go through that. I don't know how long it is, but I probably won't play the whole thing. I might, depends on if we stop it or if we can play it through. It don't matter. But yeah, let me look for that right now. Because I played it last week and a couple days ago, and they had some good tapes, bro. You feel me? And they be inside the building, so they got the real inside scoop. You feel me? So I figure why not? Let's play them and see what they got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And we just talk about what they say. Let me see if I can find it now. Right here. Okay, it's only like 20-some minutes. So. All right.
This place is about competition. It always has been, and it's just wide open. And I don't need to talk about any names right now. I think the fact, if you watch the rotations and we're giving everybody a chance, mixing guys with the ones and the twos all the way throughout, just to gather a bunch of information. I went right back to cut-ups yesterday of the first 2 days, just watching each individual guy, and we're just putting the information in the vault here, and we'll figure it out in time. But we have a good young, spunky group of guys now, and the young guys that came in this past draft are part of that competition too, so it's exciting.
welcome Raider Nation to Vegas Nation First and 10, your go-to podcast for all your Raider news and analysis. I'm Benny Monsignor. I cover the Raiders for the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Vegas Nation. To my right is my good friend and colleague Adam Hill. Also covers the Raiders and everything else in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Vegas Nation. Before we get to everything, I just want to remind everyone that all Vegas Nation podcasts are brought to you by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Station Casinos STN Sports. And we thank them for all their support. It's day 4 of training camp here with the Raiders, and we heard Pete Carroll at the top of the show talking about how competition drives this whole thing. It's what they're going to be all about. Adam, we knew that was going to be the case. That's just how he's wired, and that's just how the NFL is wired. But there might be a little bit of a surprising job fight that's developing here, and that's at starting center of all places, where over the first 4 days of training camp, and today completed day 4 of camp, Jordan Meredith and Jackson Powers-Johnson, it's actually the order, but Jackson Powers-Johnson and Jordan Meredith have split the 4 days of practice, 2 practices each, as the first team starting center. That included today, Sunday, where Jordan Meredith got the bulk and got the exclusive first team reps as the starting center. And talking to some people in the building, hey, what's that all about kind of thing? You know, is this just about getting the centers, lined up with each quarterback, and each quarterback lined up with each center, just trying to develop some chemistry? And there is a little bit of that, but the reality of it, as I've been told, is there's competition everywhere, and apparently it includes starting center, Adam.
Yeah, I don't fully believe it. And I know where it comes from. Trust me, I know it's reliable, but I think the message is competition.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to send a message that nobody's given a job. Even Jackson Powers-Johnson, everybody just assumed is the starting center this year. He's being handed it over. I think they're saying, hey, look, there's a battle for every single position on the depth chart, every single position on the roster, and everybody's going to have to battle for those positions. I do tend to think it's more trying to get those guys work with each of the quarterbacks, because they need to have that happen. I think as we go through camp, we'll probably see Jackson Powers-Johnson probably start to take over the majority of reps at center, and I think that's probably, or at first team center, I think that's probably what's going to happen. But I think it's a good way to get the work that we talked about. Everybody has to work. You have to work with Aiden. Both centers have to. Both quarterbacks have to work with both centers.
Everyone, the quarterback and the center are one snap away from playing with each other.
So, and I think it's a good way to do that, and to also send a message of nothing's given. Like nobody last year. Jackson Powers-Johnson played center well when he was there. He played guard okay when he was there too. Like everybody just assumed he's the guy now. Andre James is gone. Jackson Powers-Johnson is the center, and I think it was like no. Everybody's fighting for their jobs here, and I think that's a good way to, like I said, both get the work and to send the message that no job is safe.
Now, I'm completely with you, and I'd be shocked if it wasn't Jackson Powers-Johnson as a starting center. However, here's one thing that I will say that that makes me go, because they haven't done it in any other position on the offensive line.
Right.
Every single day, the starting offensive line, except for center, has been left tackle Colton Miller, left guard Dylan Parham, right guard Alex Cappa, and right tackle DJ Glaze. Under your premise, which I tend to agree with more than anything, because that's been my thought process the entire time, but then doing a little bit of checking around today, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. There's competition everywhere on this roster. That made me go, whoa, okay, that's the way it was, kind of translated to me was made my eyebrows raise a little bit. And the fact that they haven't done that, and we've seen training camps with the Raiders, covering the Raiders as we have, where the entire offensive line, except for maybe Colton, has been, when he's here. Last year he wasn't even healthy at this time of year, but basically he's been the left tackle, and there's been interchangeable parts along the offensive line as they've tried to figure out the best 5. That really hasn't been the case other than at center.
Yeah, which I think lends. You said that part. I mean, you could translate it that way. I would translate it as, that even lends more to they're just trying to make sure both centers work with both quarterbacks. I mean, I think you can. There's a lot. Yes, I'll tell people there's a lot of things that happen on the field. You can analyze a lot of different ways during training camp. I think that's very, very fair to point out. And so I think in this case, this very, very particular case, I think you could say it could go either way. It could mean either thing.
Yes.
I tend to look at it as they're sending a message of competition, even though there's not an actual competition. Although now that I say that, like every job there's competition. I mean, there could be, there's a job that you might not be, you know, that you might not think is at stake right now, and all of a sudden, you know, somebody else is starting because they've
seen that before.
An unbelievable camp or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's always competition. There's always a chance somebody takes a job. I would be absolutely stunned.
Same here.
If Jackson Powers Johnson isn't the starting center
Now,
week 1.
Having said that, and real quick about Jordan Meredith, who had a hell of a year last year.
Very well at guard last
He was their highest ranked offensive lineman last year, into the 80s per Pro Football Focus, and really, I mean, just across the board, he played really well.
Also, literally the nicest person.
Yes.
I actually asked, and I say that every time we talk about him. I actually asked Alex Kappa today, "Have you seen Jordan Meredith get mad yet?" And he said, "I think he has it in him."
Yeah.
But he didn't say yes.
Right.
He certainly didn't say yes.
There you go.
Very, very nice guy, and played very well. And I think it was actually surprising how well he played because of, like, I think even some of his teammates know that he can play well, but you kind of just see him in the locker room and he was
always
a practice
squad guy.
Practice squad guy that's just always nice to everybody, always, you know, asking, you know, sir, no sir, please, thank you.
Yeah.
Even to his teammates, like just the most sweet, polite guy. And he gets on the field and he had the dog in him last year. I think it was fair to say.
No doubt about it. Now, you know, went back and looked. He has played exclusively right guard or left guard through the 3 years of his career. Last year was by far the most snaps that he got. It was well over 500. Most were at left guard, but he also played right guard, and he played it, like we said, extremely well. I guess the point I'm making is that he hasn't played center in the NFL. Well, I think in college he may have. I'd have to go back and look
and
at
I think he's done some here practice squad wise. I think I've seen him play, but I think this even adds one more level to this. Of I think they probably want to see him be able to play center and show that he can play center if he's going to make the team as a reserve guard / center. Hey, give him a bunch of reps at center, see if he can play, and make sure that he can do both of those jobs. Because for backup, you know, when you're dressing guys, it's usually you dress 8 on a game day for offensive line. Those reserve offensive linemen, the backups have to be able to play multiple positions.
No doubt.
And if you have a guy that you know can play guard, and now all of a sudden, all right, he can play center too. You're backup center. You can play some guard too. That'll make him much more valuable on the roster. So this is also another way to see, like, oh, hey, he can play center also.
Yeah. It's something to follow, and on Monday everything gets leveled up quite a bit. It's the first day of pads, so we'll see if we're going by the rotation the way it's been. Tomorrow on Monday, it's going to be Jackson Powers Johnson's day. It will be in full pads, and we'll be able to glean a little bit more from that. So that's one surprising, what I felt is a surprising quote unquote, or I guess I should put the quotes on the actual competition. We'll see how real that competition is. But I think on the other side of the football, there is a real competition brewing. And before we get to that, let's hear from defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, who spoke today after practice about how this defense is coming together, especially on the communication side.
We're in those relationship-based business, and so with those relationships that we build off the field, on the field, it makes it easier to communicate. Just right between the eyes, communication. Whether something's right or wrong between players, coaches, players, and coaches. And then on the field, for the play defense, there's a lot of grass around the defense. We can communicate effectively. Yeah, boys defense kind of cut down the barriers by seeing cut split. Seeing where the quarterback is under the gun. They cut down the barriers. That puts them back in our favor because they have to play ball. We got to.
So if you haven't had a chance to get the app yet, again, we still have the $50 no-worry wager available. What a great time to get in the summer. Get yourself familiar with the app.
But there is a real battle going on at cornerback. And today it took a little bit of a surprising turn because pretty much throughout the first 3 days of training camp, it was veteran Eric Stokes and the rookie Darian Porter as the two starting perimeter cornerbacks, with Jacorian Bennett now in his third year, and DeCamerion Richardson now in his second year as the second team cornerbacks. Well, today, for I would say the majority of practice, DeCamerion replaced Darian Porter, and JT Woods, a third-year player from the Chargers, who, by the way, was drafted by Tom Telesco over in Los Angeles, replaced Jacorian as the second team cornerback, and Jacorian was running with the third team cornerback. So
They
a
did
little bit of a surprise
dirty.
there, but another indication that it remains a little bit muddied or unsettled at cornerback, and I think that's a full bloom competition.
Brady, what up?
Yeah,
Except for Eric Stokes, apparently.
Yeah, Woods, and I have to look back at some of his alignments and where he's been, but I think he's played more safety.
I know
than he has corner.
Yeah.
He was out, definitely out on the boundary today quite a bit.
Yep.
And I'll also say defense did not have a great day. There was a lot of movement on the defensive side.
Yeah,
not a great day for sure.
We're going to get into
the defensive side.
It was a good day for the offense.
Yeah.
Well, in particular, the first team offense with Geno Smith.
Yeah. And so I would notice that there was a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different guys, different rotations that were going on, and struggled on that side of the ball. I'd say for sure for most of the day.
Yeah, there was a really. I got to give Eric Stokes some props because there was a red zone drill, 11 on 11. Geno threw to Brock Bowers, and Eric Stokes made a spectacular play actually. Because you don't normally knock the ball out of Brock Bowers' hands or have him covered like that. He had him covered like a glove, knocked it out of the way. Later on, in that same end zone, but on the opposite side, Geno just dropped a dime to Brock Bowers, toward the corner of the end zone. That was over Darian Porter, and I want to say, I forget who else was helping out on that side, but really good throw by Geno Smith. And along those lines, yes, it was a struggle for the defense today. It was also a pretty strong day for the offense. And I thought Geno Smith by far had his best day today.
Yeah, no question. There's no question. And Aiden O'Connell had his worst day.
Yeah.
Fair to say that it was going in very, very divergent paths for the two quarterbacks today. I would suggest. And on that catch by Bowers that you're referring to in the corner of the end zone, it was a very good throw. But I will point out that it was Brock Bowers that made that a good throw with the way that he was able to shade his body and really fight off any chance of anybody getting there, and slowed. He basically came to a stop and fought off without even turning around. Just really good body control, really good use of his frame to just drop that ball in and adjust to where the ball was.
Yeah, he's the natural. There's no question about it.
But also, even more impressive than the catch. Did you see he caught the ball and just threw it up in the air?
Yeah,
it went so far.
Telling you, man, he's the natural. He's the natural.
Can't catch a fly ball.
He's one of those dudes that. But I guarantee you, if you gave it a week, he'd be circling fly balls pretty darn well. So as the Raiders general manager John Spytek said, he's legit worried that the A's might draft him. We'll see how that goes. I'm kidding. They're not going to do that. I would give it a flyer though if I'm the A's. It seems like they've got their power.
Any team doesn't have to be the A's, just
but it feels like the A's have the power. I mean, they've got some young, good players over there, and that's a story for another day. However, going back to Geno Smith, a really nice connection for a touchdown to Trey Tucker. It was a very well run route. It was also a great throw, and he also made a couple of nice connections with Dante Thornton, and old Mr. Reliable, Jacoby Myers, was flashed big time today. It was just a really crisp day for the starting offense, which if you're a Raider fan, and not to harken back on harder times, but Adam was there every day with me in Costa Mesa. It was never a good day, it felt like, for the offense. It was sort of, wow, this is what a good offense could potentially look like here with the Raiders. Your thoughts on Geno Smith and how he's starting to come along? Yeah, it's been up and down every year. That's the case for every quarterback in the NFL, but it felt like he really settled in today.
Yeah, I thought even from OTAs, the minicamp, to the first couple of days of training camp, I thought there was a lot of unevenness. But certainly that's learning a new offense. That's all those different things. It's also one of the things that I think we pointed out a couple of times here on the podcast. It's also there's no pad, so the defense really can't fully pass rush. So a lot of it is stopping and putting their hands up. And there was a lot of deflected passes, a lot of passing lanes that were interrupted, and I thought that made it very difficult. But today, they were there, they were open, and he found them. And I thought he made some really, really good throws. Only a couple of mistakes today, as compared to the last couple of days. And I thought it was very clear that he kind of took control of the offense and seized that opportunity, especially against some rotations. I think the pass to Trey Tucker, I think it was a run. It it was a run portion of the practice. They were working on the running game. I think he recognized what the defense did, and I don't know if you saw who they put out there on that play. I believe it was Trey Taylor and Hudson Clark at safety.
Okay.
And he was like, okay,
yeah,
time to go. And, and he went through a deep shot right there to try right across the.
And that's it's a kind of an important point that Adam just made. There's actually a DJ at practices when there's fans out here who explains what each period is going to be about, and nobody knows that more than the defense when it's a pass sequence or a period or a run period. So when they know it's a pass period, they're pinning their ears back, and they know, so it's a little bit deceiving on certain things. But I guess from my perspective, forget for a second who was defending on that play. It was an effortless throw by Gino. He let that thing fly. And it was right where it needed to be. And I think if you're looking for a positive sign of this offense, I can't tell you. I don't even know if I remember a long pass that was completed in any situation last year during training camp. It was all of those fell short, fell wide, or whatever. It was as good as it could possibly.
And that's what we've seen the first couple of days. There's been really open guys that were nowhere close. And today, some of those balls are actually being completed. I think that's a good sign of progress. And my point wasn't necessarily that he was doing it to guys that probably aren't going to be on the field. It was almost the recognition of it. Like, all right, we see what's out there. Like, let's go. We're going to take a shot here. And got the open guy, got the look they wanted, and dropped it in. I mean, 50 yards downfield, perfect throw, touchdown. Like, that's what I want to see.
By the way, the first person to greet Gino after that play was Aiden O'Connell. And then conversely, Aiden did struggle today, but he did have a really nice touchdown throw to Jack Besh. Fans will be very happy to hear about that. And it was a great route by Besh. I just happened to be watching him. He was running out of the slot. And he destroyed whoever was defending him, got open pretty quick, up the seam, long touchdown throw. The first person to greet Aiden was Geno Smith. So it feels like the first team quarterback and the second team quarterback have a pretty nice little relationship going, and that's always going to be important. Last thing before we get out, we got a chance to talk to Michael Mayer, the Raiders' third-year tight end. And before we get to his, as usual, he was pretty forthcoming and insightful. But one thing that I've been picking up on is when the Raiders go to 11 personnel, which is you're running one running back, one tight end, and three wide receivers. And we've mentioned this for the first team offense. It's consistently been Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, and Jacoby Myers out there as the three wide receivers. But it's also been the vast majority of the time, the tight end is actually Michael Mayer. It's Brock Bowers comes in, at least now, the first 4 days of camp, when it's multiple tight ends, which I would imagine that's going to be the vast majority of what they run is probably more 12 than 11. But they always, it seems like every time they take a snap at an 11 on 11, at least the first couple of snaps, it feels like it's been 11 personnel. So the fact that Michael Mayer is out there and it hasn't been Brock Bowers, I think feels like a way that the Raiders can get Michael Mayer more involved. I know that that's a priority here in the building. We'll see how that plays out as the season goes on. But talking to Michael Mayer, he's always been pretty forthcoming about the struggles of last year and some of the mental things that he was dealing with, and how he has that support system in place now and a process that he talked about that he's not going to deviate from. Whether he stacks 5 big days together, he's not going to forget.
Here's one mistake that you should avoid when you sell your home. Don't just pick the first agent that you speak with, and definitely interview multiple.
He's not going to forget the process involved in getting him there. Really refreshing to hear Michael be as forthcoming, even though we're never going to get into what the specific details were. I think we have a pretty good idea of maybe what he was dealing with and the diligence that he's taken it upon himself to take care of himself.
And he said he's in as good a place as he's been since he's been in the league, and also everybody's just raved about what an offseason he's had, and it's being in the building, it's being early here, late leaving, and working hard every day and getting his body right and everything else. And we've seen it in practices, we've seen it throughout OTAs, minicamp, and here in training camp of how well he's been performing and how much trust they seem to have in him right now. So I think it's good for him. Obviously he's in a better place anyway, but just getting a fresh start. Not that it's necessarily a better or worse situation in terms of the coaching staff and the organization and everybody around, but it's different. It's new. Everybody gets a fresh start, and that is particularly important for somebody like him who, wants to have a clean slate of like, hey, I don't want to be judged on what happened last year, or whatever went wrong. I want to be judged going forward, and that can happen when everybody's new.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because
that is not certainly to blame anybody.
No,
of course not.
He wouldn't.
Right, and that's just more. Hey, everybody starts new, so I'm good with that.
Right, and to that point, I got a chance to talk to Michael before everyone else kind of came over, and if you remember, Pete Carroll talked about how it all started with he and Michael Mayer by sitting down and talking.
Yeah,
and Michael told me it was an hour and a half conversation. Now, I'm just saying that's a long conversation to have with your head coach. You one-on-one. There's not enough time in the day for the head coach to have an hour and a half conversation with players, and he appreciated it so much, and it was the first sign to him of how much Pete Carroll is relationship driven, and how he knows it's person over player. Player will take care of itself. And just really the genuine appreciation that he had, that his head coach took the time to talk to him and lay things out. And this is our expectations. This is how we roll. This is how, what about you? And it wasn't, and he made this very clear. It wasn't a my way or the highway thing. It was soliciting and seeking input from Michael as well. Another part that he approached it or that he appreciated. So your thought, and I know that when you came over, he kind of mentioned a couple of those components too with Pete Carroll.
Yeah, for sure. And he just said, and again, it's you're cautious when you talk about this because it sounds like it's like blaming or taking shots, but it's more just where he is mentally. But he just said, he has a conversation in the hallway of like just how was your day kind of thing.
Right.
Like that's a beneficial thing for him. But he also said it's a work in progress. Like he got to a good place. That doesn't mean like, well, I'm good now and we can move forward. Like he has to keep doing the things that he did and keep stacking up, successful days and keep working on his mental state, his emotional state, and all those things. It's a process. Like you don't just get better and then you're good.
Right.
And he knows that and he understands that. And I think it's important for him to realize that going forward.
Absolutely. All right. So that's a wrap up from day 4 of training camp. Some interesting things going on here. We'll see how interesting it really is, specifically at that center position. Tomorrow, Monday, it's the first day of PAS. We all kind of get geeked up about that. I know the players are getting geeked up. There was a little bit of a ruckus out there today between Adam Butler and Caleb Rogers, the rookie offensive guard. So kind of a precursor to maybe what we're going to see tomorrow. It's going to get really physical, really fast here with the Raiders. We'll be here to talk about it and to analyze it and put it all in perspective for you. And thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button.
So, what you think of that shit, bro? These niggas got the inside scoop of everything.
Facts. With the switching of the ones and the twos, sound like the same thing I was saying.
Right.
It's I don't think that means shit. They'd be shocked if just the people we think starting ain't gonna be starting. I think that's just a rotational thing. Quarterbacks need to snap the ball to both centers. Get some terminology in there for the backups if they ever have to get in.
Right.
I don't think that's nothing. Same thing. Basically said the same thing I said about Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer is all about like camaraderie. He got to sit there and talk to the coach for an hour and a half. That it meant a lot to him. Like I think people play ball for different reasons. His is definitely camaraderie. He needs that.
Right.
They all they really did is solidify ideas that we had. They pretty much just doubled down on the ideas that we had because they're there firsthand to actually see it.
Exactly. Yeah, I like listening to them. I like watching they podcasts because, like you said, they there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the fact that we getting the real inside scoop, because that's what everybody else be giving y'all. Like, see, the higher ups, and I call them the higher ups, which is the bigger content creators for the Raiders and shit. Like they know people. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nobody. You feel me? So this is why I listen to what Vinny Bonsignore is, because he's a beat writer for the Raiders. Adam Hill is a beat writer for the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? And all of Las Vegas teams. So um, but they know what they talking about, man. Them right there, they know what they talking about. And I rock with them. But the things that they were saying, yeah, like you said, they just solidified what we've been speculating on and talking about. You know,
Exactly.
I think they some of these guys, like they said, like the ones and the twos. I think that it's just they're trying to sharpen everybody's, uh, sharpen everybody's play, because you can sharpen everybody's play playing with the ones. When we go against other teams, shit, hell, we might our second team and third team might shit on their second team, third team, because we play with ones. You know what I'm saying? So
Keeps them more prepared to get in.
yeah, it was dope. I like that little, exactly. hmm And the fact that Michael Mayer is running with the ones or 11 personnel,
Yeah,
and then 12.
for certain
I mean,
formations. Yeah, he's the one.
so I think that's dope. Also, you know what I'm saying? You, you you feeding Michael Mayer while you're feeding Brock Bowers. And shit, hell, they gonna both be on the field talk too anyways. You know what I'm saying? They might take Trey Tucker out, put Brock Bowers out wide, and
Bowers
put
out.
and have him and Ian Thomas out there.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
thinking that for
So
shorter situations
that could
anyway.
be right, and that could be another look for us too, because we got really three really good tight ends, and we got two other really young tight ends too. So we're loaded at the tight end position. You feel me? Um, and like they said, Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, and Jacoby Myers. That's a really good wide receiver core, sneaky, because none of them are named. They're not top wide receivers. They're not, what I'm saying, big time. But they're wide receivers that do their job. Same as what I've been talking about when Pete was in Seattle his first like 6 seasons, when he had Doug Baldwin and fucking and Ricardo Lockett and what's the dude name? Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't big name receivers, but they fucking got the job done. You know what I mean? So uh sky's the limit, Sky's the limit for us.
Yeah, I was talking about that in the during the draft, Bridgetown. We was talking about that. I was saying I almost think like Besh gonna play kind of like the slot. Thornton gonna play the two.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But I definitely was saying that like it might
I'm
not be
telling
right
you,
off rip.
nah, it's not all right off rip, because Best running with the twos. So he gonna be subbing in. You feel me? Which is, you know what I mean? We can still get production with him, because, like I said, he running with the ones. So he can still gonna put that production in. You know what I'm saying? That's the little shit that we didn't do that helps the team. People think we got these big problems, but it's just the little shit that we gotta keen in on. And if we don't keen in on them things, we don't play right. But I see us keening on them the little shits that we got to fix, or the little implements that they putting in the offense. You know what I'm saying? The little, when
This
we
right
run.
here, his stick. This is what I was saying would be crazy with some RPOs. I know you saying play action, but actually give the option to give the ball to Genty and
Yeah.
plays like that. Like to me, that's unstoppable. If they read that defense right and
Right.
throw that quick pass or to give it to Genty, like you always gonna get like 7, 8 yards.
Right. Nah, facts.
But yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. If you got Brock and Mayer in there running double tight,
Right.
I make all kinds of RPOs out that shit. Just
Nah, facts. Roseanne, you right though. He could be the third down guy and Thornton would just be, he'll get more, he'll play more.
yeah, yeah.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm. Run for 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I think he's better than Redford. I know he's stronger than Redford. He's bigger. So, nah, that's facts though. So y'all know the last segment is the Just Kick It segment. You feel me? So that's what we doing. We just gonna kick it. But if you still got Raider shit y'all want to talk about, we can also talk about that. You feel me? So, um, we go to like 2 hours, 20 minutes, so we're not gonna be that long with that segment either. So y'all let me know. But yeah, this
Y'all
to
can
Just
hear
Kick
me?
It. Yeah, we hear you now, man. But yeah, if y'all still got Raider questions, I mean, we can get it in with that. But you know,
You good?
kick it, huh?
I said, you good? That joint went off for a little bit. It's spinning.
Oh, for real? It's still
Mm-hmm.
spinning.
Nah, it's good now.
Oh, all right, yeah, yeah, I'm straight. It's probably doing it on my end and your end. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It was spinning on my. Yours was spinning on my end. Mine's was spinning on your end. And shit. History said Besh about to pop off with the intermediate. He about to get busy. Bet, yeah, nah, and he can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you seen in little clips. That's what he was running, like little
Yeah.
intermediate routes, like the comeback routes and shit like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, Spy said, Chip Kelly got some shit up his sleeve. And I think that's why we not scrimmaging the Seahawks, because they probably want to surprise, like, make that first game like a regular game and shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't want them knowing what they doing and the vice versa. So I think this is dope. I think we're gonna come out and
Try to
cook.
see what's going to work.
Right. Nah, that's fact. I think we'll start. I know we're gonna run that ball though, starting
Yeah,
off.
definitely.
When we get to the test, run that ball. Bro,
Yeah,
this
definitely gonna be
break
straight.
for if this nigga break for like a 70, bro, first I'm gonna go nuts.
If
I
he
ain't
if he if he break the first touch, I already know we gotta start a GoFundMe for Law Dog because he said he running out the house butt naked, running down the street screaming.
oh yeah, we definitely have to do that because he ain't even gonna make it. If he do that in the first preseason game, he ain't gonna make it the whole he ain't gonna make it the whole season.
Nah, I ain't get the shoes yet, bro. I don't really wear nothing but Bally's.
All right. Best Tiger. All right.
Yeah, huh?
I
Yep.
can dig that. I can dig that, Rose.
That's what he playing for. His brother. Not the trench coat.
Hell yeah, that shit flying like a cape too, nigga. Our dog finna make the breaking news. Watch. Screaming Genty. Genty! Genty. Bucket nakeds in the nude with a trench coat. Man. Shout out my brother Law Dog, man. Yeah, man. Y'all get y'all questions in, y'all comments in, right? In the building.
That's right, yo. You close to the field, ain't you?
He said gonna be running around the. Yeah, they gonna tackle your ass, bro. His six said no Diddy on my mama.
Yeah, they gonna be on your ass,
They
bro.
finna
Dizzy.
tackle all dog
Bro, stay the fuck off that field.
on everything.
Clothed or butt naked.
Yep. They finna tackle that motherfucker. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-boom, boom.
There you go. Lord Dog say he gonna be running on the Boise State field.
Yeah, he buggy.
I told him no better he got clothes on or not. He about to get jacked up.
On my mama. Ed Roystown said Law Dog just don't smoke it. Shit, he gonna be thinking that's that blue dream.
Mm-hmm. Said Rosetown said Lord Dog gonna be running around with just a trench coat on and nothing else. With a
He
number
said,
2 painted on his chest.
hell yeah. That nigga said painted on his chest. He got a chill. He gonna have that shit painted on his chest in the back of the trench coat. Nigga.
Just a number 2. Let niggas know.
No, the back of the trench coat gonna have the number 2 with Genty on the cross of it.
This ain't gonna have a this ain't gonna have a Genty trench coat.
He just gonna have the
That's a
number
Genty
2.
trench.
Oh, mama. That's what we gonna call it too, the Genty trench.
And oh no, not the 5.740.
Oh yeah, he gonna be flying down the block, nigga. Yo, he gonna be flying down the block.
Genty trench. Just a black trench coat with a silver number 2 on the back.
No, he gotta say Genty on the back too, goddamn. He got his silver on his chest, the silver 2 on his chest. They gonna be calling Law Dog the Silver Surfer.
Dude, that's Genty number 1 fan, bro.
Hell yeah.
Genty don't know, you gonna find out.
Oh mama. They gonna make a movie called Kidnap Genty starring Law Dog, goddamn. You ever seen that movie Celtic Pride? It gonna be just like
That's
that.
crazy.
That shit funny as hell.
I got the TV on in the back. I got the volume off. They talk about Danny Jones just signed a 1-year deal to the Colts.
Oh really? So who they got? They got Daniel Jones.
No.
So wait, don't they already had a
What
quarterback
do you need
over?
Danny Jones or Richards for?
No, but they got another quarterback over there though. That gotta be old. Because I thought he was already over there. He already signed over there. They got Daniel and AR and the coach. Yeah, I thought, yeah, that gotta be. So. Coach got Tyler Warren in the draft. They gonna be badass. Yeah, the coach gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that joint on in the background. I got NFL Network on in the background. They talk about Danny Jones.
All right.
Signing this
Yeah,
1 year.
I think Danny Jones is going to cook with the Colts.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Allen agrees to 3-year term. The Vikings.
That nigga Minshew should have retired. Goddamn.
Minshew, you just stay his ass as a third string, he'd be all right. You got everybody want to start, but he ain't a starter.
Nah, fact. That's definitely fact.
Yeah, I was wondering what they need Danny Jones and Anthony Richardson for, though. Because Richardson, I think I seen something like his average completion or something like that amongst like the quarterbacks they would count for last year. He was like the top, like 14.5 or 15.5 yards per pass.
Right.
I don't know what they doing.
I think he'll be better over there than he was with the Giants. Though. But that's there.
Be mad at that though. I've been saying that since they said he went to the Colts. I've been saying I need Mahomes to get hurt just for one game when we play against him, so I can watch Max call Minshew little ass boy the whole game.
Yeah. If he beat us, I'm gonna be pissed too. But that ain't gonna happen. If that nigga played it, we gonna shit on his ass, boy. They gonna be on his ass like white on rice.
Minshew don't throw it more than 12 yards down the field. He make the game one dimensional.
We sweep the Chiefs. He's the ESPN guy. He predicted we sweep the Chiefs. I think we split with everybody. If we split with our division and or maybe sneak one game in there, right? Maybe we sweep one team. I don't see it though. I'm gonna just say, let's just say we split with our team and let's say we beat majority of the teams that we're supposed to beat in the AFC. I think we can go. I don't know the numbers right quick, but I ain't trying to look them up right now. I think we can hit the playoffs.
Yeah, Colts agreed a 1-year, $14 million contract with Daniel Jones, expected to compete with Anthony Richardson for starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Popped up on the screen.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones had 14,582 passing yards, 70 touchdowns, 47 picks in 6 seasons. That's crazy.
That's not bad though. 77 is 46.
I'm just thinking that they actually put him in there to compete with Anthony Richardson. Like, it's like, all right. But damn. What you gonna do with the other one?
Who? Tyler Warren? I mean, not Tyler Warren. Riley Leonard. He a rookie. He be out. He ain't doing shit. But Richardson better do what he gotta do, or Denny Don gonna take his spot.
Yeah. Exactly. 49 is releasing defensive end Leonard Floyd.
Ooh.
Falcons are signing edge Leonard Floyd to a 1-year deal. Damn.
Well, damn.
$10 million. That shit just.
I was just about to say something. I'm glad
It has signed already. The hell?
that nigga said, "Oh, I'm good over there. I'm on the way."
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy works.
what else you got? The where's the flag?
He said, "How is that not tampering?" They probably was the
Birdie
first.
at the end of his rookie contract. I didn't even know that.
Who?
Birdie says the end of his rookie contract. This the final year.
Purdy?
Yup.
I mean, that don't matter. He already got the bag. They already extended him. Mm-hmm. He said that the big deal. He was getting the boot anyways. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
They still be popping up. I thought they had disappeared off the face of the earth.
That's who. Loud. Whoever this nigga was, speaker. That's who that was.
That's. I would have never guessed that because he definitely said something about putting on.
Speaker. I ain't bothered. I thought somebody was gonna get him up out of here. They might have did already. You can't really tell on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lions is already in pads. They were in pads already today. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, yeah, it's going on 2:36. It's 11:06 over here. It's late as hell over where bro at. I already know. So
midnight.
We gonna get up on out of here, man. Thanks for everybody pulling up.
Woo. Najee Harris went to the Chargers, 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's yeah, all right. But I appreciate everybody coming through, you know, rocking with your boy and shit, man. Thanks for everybody, you know, pulling up. And thanks for all the subs, the new subs that pulled up, man. We had 556. So appreciate everybody. That was before the show. I don't know what it is now. It's been going up, so you know. Let me check. I'll check for y'all. So let y'all know where we at. Let y'all know where we at. Nope, I gained 10 in 2 hours. So 565, y'all. So we in the building. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, pulling up. And this is the finale of Europe show. The Europe finale show. Sunday NightCap. You know how we do. Appreciate y'all one more time. You feel me? So with that being said, y'all know what it is. Your Raiders. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Like one more time, and make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Sub to the channel if you didn't. If you did, much appreciated. And we out.